Welcome back to yet another video. I have here the S23 Ultra running the latest One UI 6. It's the Beta 8, the iPhone 15 Pro Max running the latest iOS 17 Ultra, and the iPhone 40 running the iOS 17.1. What is the reason for this test? I just recently discovered that there is a new unlimited mode in some of the tests in 3D Mark. So apparently this was introduced in the beginning of September. 3D Mark, they added this new unlimited option for us to be able to make chip-to-chip comparison across all devices and OSs. And the whole idea is, by doing this, they believe they provide an accurate way to measure component performance. Why? Because this doesn't really take into effect the vertical sync, the display resolution scaling, and other operating system factors. Why? Because this rendering engine uses a fixed step between all the frames, and it renders exactly the same frame every run on every device. All these frames are rendered in 720p off screen, and the display is just updated with a small frame terminals every 100 frames to show the progress. If I didn't really play with the iPhones, I actually would not have discovered this, because see here, the unlimited mode is buried here. So please, makers, just make your software UI, equal on all the system, uniform, as much as you can. And before we start this test, guys, I want to also measure some temps now, just to show you that the phones are just relaxing. Okay, and at the end, of course, we're gonna measure the temps to understand what happens with those phones. It's gonna be interesting to see the results at the end. So the iPhone 14 Pro with the A16 Bionic, the iPhone 15 Pro Max with the A17 Pro, the first ever Pro chip enabled device, and the S23 Ultra running the unbeatable 8 Gen 2. Let's start.
A few moments later.
So here we are, and without any surprise, the S23 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max finished first. So let me just take some readings here. And this is going to be 45.3 for the S23 Ultra, 44.5, okay, 44.8, so I guess it's like circa 45 degrees. Now, let me also do the same on the iPhone, guys. So let me just try to measure iPhone, 40 here. All right, 39, but we know that iPhone hits at the back. So somehow like the hottest spot is here. So 42, okay, 42, yeah. So it seems that it runs a bit cooler than the S23 Ultra. Yeah, I'm just trying to analyze all the possible hot points. Somehow like 42 degrees for the iPhone, and we're still waiting for the iPhone 14 Pro to finish this test. While we're waiting for the iPhone 14 Pro to finish, we can already analyze the results. So the Apple iPhone 15 Pro Max scored 6,079. So this is the highest loop score, versus 5,531 on the S23 Ultra, and the lowest loop score on the Ultra, 3,190, was also lower compared to the lowest loop score on the 15 Pro Max, which was 3,730. So the overall stability rating is 61.4% versus 63. So the S23 is a bit more stable. Now, how is this stability percentage derived? They just analyze the highest loop score versus the lowest loop score. Hence 63% versus 61, but overall here the results were better. Now, see the stress test, the performance changes under load. This is very important. So we started very strong on the iPhone, then the performance a bit throttled, right? So to contain the hit, and then we got more or less like a stable performance for like 10 rounds, then another drop, and then a bit more stable to the end. On the Ultra, it's a bit different. We started off like this, it was a bit more stable, and then we have a more gradual drop. Now, performance range is also interesting to compare the frame rates from the best and the worst loops. So here you can just see this is the best loop, number 2. Okay, and you can just see here's the frame rate, and this is the worst loop, which is the 16. On the iPhone is a bit weird, because this here, loop 1, was the best one, achieving really a very high frame rate, even sometimes, or in some loops, more than 30 FPS. But then at some point, boom, we get a drop below 20, right? And we have also like below 20 on the S23 Ultra, a bit more at the end of the test, or at least compared in this worst loop, but this is the reality. Then the performance monitoring now, the S23 Ultra dropped from 70% to 51, and the battery on the iPhone from 70 to 55. And I also was able to test this yesterday on the CarX Street test, where the iPhone 15 Pro Max was running on 5G and even did a better battery drop in terms of percentage, because the S23 Ultra is running on 4G+. I was not able to get 5G, sorry about that. frame rates here from 1 FPS to 20 FPS, which is actually bad. So we have here this loop, like apparently where the frame rates drop to 1 FPS. iPhone a bit more stable from 11 to 32. So this is here the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the Galaxy S23 Ultra. So as you can imagine, it took a while for the iPhone 14 Pro to complete that test. So I just left it like this hanging, guys, and you can just see the stability rating 40%. The best loop score 4000, which is really, yeah, just lower than the current Apple chip and the 8th Gen 2 in the S23 Ultra. The lowest loop score was already very bad, and the stability rating, probably due to the small form factor and the poor cooling, is 40%. Now, let's just check the battery, 65 to 35%, so that's already a lot. The frame rate was from 4 to 23. You can see here the performance range. Let's also compare the performance range, the frame rates from the best loop, which is this thing here, compared to the worst loop, and you can just check how different this phone is from the 15 Pro Max and also from the S23 Ultra. But even there is this Spartan, guys. So at some point the iPhone just decides to throttle to avoid heat and limit the performance. And what we can see from this test is that the S23 Ultra is still stable even in tests like this. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay safe, VST over, and bye.